With the University of Georgia Crisp County Extension Office, and my job is the FACS agent. So I am a Family and Consumer Science County agent. So today I am going to share with you a made-at-home recipe, and we are going to talk about mango salsa. So it's a little bit different twist than your normal salsa, but it's one salsa that's going to be fun. So I've got all the ingredients here, but before we do that, I'm going to share with you the colors I'm holding. So when you're looking at cutting boards and using cutting boards in your kitchen, it's important to use some separation of them, and so we've got it made easy. We have different colors made. So we're going to be using the green one today, and that's because all we're going to be cutting is a vegetable. But you've got orange, and that's for chickens. You've got red, and that's for beef. And then you also have a purple color, and that's usually for allergies. So it just helps you keep the cross-contamination from happening in your kitchen when you're dealing with more than just one thing and you're dealing with some raw vegetables. So you are going to need mangoes, which I bought frozen mangoes, but you can buy fresh ones and then cut them up. So you're gonna need 3 to 4 large mangoes. You're going to need a 1.5 cups of red pepper diced. You're going to need yellow onions, which I'm leaving onions out because one of the people eating this is allergic to onions. You're going to need crushed red pepper flakes. You're going to need minced garlic and ground ginger. You need brown sugar, water, and apple cider vinegar. Let me grab the crushed red pepper. So, crushed red pepper. So, before you start, wash your hands, clean your surfaces, pull up your hair, take off jewelry so you eliminate all of those physical hazards that can be dropped into your food. So we're gonna start with the slicing of our peppers. So when you're slicing it, you gotta pull out that inner part of your pepper and get rid of the seeds. And then you're gonna be dicing them. So we've got some slices and dices. So when you dice them, make sure that you've got your fingers folded and you're not putting them to where you're gonna cut them with a knife. So look, you're gonna want it to look like that. So you're holding the vegetables like this as your knife is going in like that. But make sure you're doing it on a surface. And if you're gonna have little ones in the kitchen helping you, make sure you give them tasks and jobs that they can do. So they may be able to help you with a knife, but be careful because knives are the sharp objects in our kitchens. So we're gonna slice up those. So this particular salsa, you can match it with what you want. There's also going to be on the recipe card directions for canning the salsa, like putting it through a boiler and canning and sealing off the cans. The way we eat salsa in my house, we're not really gonna can it. We're just gonna eat it straight out of the jar. But the directions of how to do that will be in the description of the video. Plus, there's a lot of resources and steps on the canning and preservation. So as Extension, you've got So Easy to Preserve is a resource of a book. So that's one place that you can get some of the information you need. So we're gonna set all of this aside because we're done with our cutting. Now, everything is going in a blender, so quick, not much of a mess. So we need We need 6 cups of mango. So we're gonna put our 6 cups in our blender. Whatever kind of blender you've got is gonna work. So there's 2, 3, So if you've got little ones helping you or anyone in the kitchen, some of what you can learn is you can learn some basic math, basic counting, so they can help you count your, they can help you count your mango that's going into your blender here for your mango salsa. So that was 6 cups, which that was about 4 bags of frozen mango. So that's how I bought him 4 bags of frozen mango. Then you're gonna need a 1.5 cups of your peppers. So there's 1 cup. Let's grab the 1/2 cup. So you'll need about 1.5 peppers for that part. Then you're going to need 2 teaspoons of your ginger. You're gonna need, which you can use fresh or dried, whichever you've got resources to, or whichever one you buy at the grocery store. 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. So don't buy powdered garlic, but buy minced garlic if you're gonna buy it already made. You're gonna need about 1 cup of brown sugar. You're gonna need, how much water? 1/2 cup of water. You're gonna need 1.5 cups of vinegar. We'll hold off on just to make sure it doesn't get too runny there. Measuring spoons, you've got dry and wet measuring spoons. So these are our teaspoons. This is a wet measuring teaspoon and that's a dry one. So when you're measuring things out, make sure you use the right one. Like here's, sorry about that guys. Here's another example. This is a dry measuring cup and this is a wet one. And so what it does is it helps you to get the correct quantity of the liquid or the dry ingredients that you are measuring out. So we're gonna add our teaspoon of red pepper flakes. And then we are going to put our top on our blender. Make sure it's all sealed up. Make sure it's plugged in. Push power. And we're gonna blend it. We have our mango salsa complete. So you can do it in several ways. You can have it ready to serve, and you can go ahead and serve it right after you make it. Or you can do the canning method and can it so you can have it way later down the road. Or you can at least just put it in a can to put in their fridge so that it's just ready and stored. So we may have to find a second one. So your mango salsa is gonna look one of these ways. So let me show you. So we got it on our plate. We got it ready. And we got it served with some chips. You can serve it with some bread. Take your pick of what you want to serve it with or how you want to store it for later. And we got mango salsa. So thank you for joining me. If you've got any questions or would like some other recipes, just message me and those details will be in the description. And then look for more Made at Home coming at you this summer.